War is a 2007 American action crime thriller film directed by Philip G. Atwell in his directorial debut and also featuring fight choreography by Corey Wen. The film stars Jet Li and Jason Statham. The film was released in the United States on August 24, 2007. War features a collaboration between Jet Li and Jason Statham, reuniting them for the first time since 2001's The One. Jason Statham plays an FBI agent determined to take down a mysterious assassin known as Rogue, after his partner is murdered. War's working title was Rogue. It was changed to avoid conflict with another film with the same name. It was retitled as Rogue Assassin in New Zealand, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, India, Australia, the Philippines, and several European countries. Plot: during a shootout against Chinese triads at a San Francisco dock warehouse, FBI agents John Crawford and Tom Lone stumble across the notorious assassin Rogue, a former CIA assassin who now works for the Japanese Yakuza. Rogue ambushes Crawford and is about to execute him when Lone appears and shoots Rogue in the face, causing him to fall into the water. Rogue's body was never found and he is presumed dead. However, Rogue survives and retaliates against Lone, his wife and his daughter. He kills them, burns down the house, and leaves their 3 corpses in the ashes of their home. 3 years later, Rogue reappears, working under Chinese triad boss Li Chang. Rogue is assisting Chang against Chang's archenemy and Rogue's former employer, the leader of the Japanese Yakuza, Shiro Yanagawa. Rogue first attacks a club run by the Yakuza by killing the gangsters and later on the runners in order to recover a pair of antique gold horses, family heirlooms of Chang. However, Rogue is secretly setting the Yakuza and the Triads against each other, in order to push the 2 factions toward all-out war. Now the head agent of the FBI's Asian Crime Task Force, Crawford is determined to hunt Rogue down and exact revenge for Lone's death. Crawford's obsessive pursuit of Rogue has taken a toll on his personal life, causing him to be estranged from his family. Crawford comes close to catching Rogue in the wake of Rogue's various killing sprees against the Triads and Yakuza, but Rogue always manages to stay one step ahead. Ultimately, Rogue's actions have gained the trust of both Chang and Yanagawa. Rogue succeeds in betraying Chang, but spares Chang's wife and child, turning on the Yakuza. With Chang dead, Yanagawa is finally ready to come to America, where he intends to take over and expand Yakuza business operations. However, he is confronted by Crawford and the FBI. Crawford presents Yanagawa with proof that Rogue has betrayed him and spared Chang's family, but Yanagawa refuses to assist Crawford in locating Rogue. Later, Rogue delivers the horses to Yanagawa personally. Knowing of Rogue's betrayal, Yanagawa captures Rogue and demands the location of Chang's family. Rogue turns the tables on Yanagawa's men and kills them all, and engages in a sword fight against Yanagawa himself. Yanagawa discovers that Rogue is actually FBI agent Tom Lone, and killed the real Rogue, assuming the assassin's identity. Rogue Lone reveals that his actions have all been designed to bring him face to face with Yanagawa, so he could kill the man who ordered the death of his family. Yanagawa reveals that Crawford was in his pocket that whole time and responsible for leaking Tom Lone's identity and home address to the real Rogue. Angered, Rogue Lone disarms and decapitates Yanagawa. Meanwhile, Chang's wife receives a package from Rogue Lone, containing one of the 2 golden horses that belongs to Chang's family and a message reading, "Make a new life." Yanagawa's daughter also receives a package with the same message, and inside the box is her father's head. Before going to the warehouse, Crawford enlists the help of Goy, an FBI sniper that aided Crawford throughout the investigation. At the warehouse, Crawford and Rogue Lone battle each other in an intense hand-to-hand fight in which Rogue Lone reveals who he really is to Crawford. When Rogue Lone reveals his true identity, A devastated Crawford reveals that it was true that he was working for Yangawa at the time but had no idea that Rogue was still alive. He was then blackmailed and gave Yangawa Lone's address, thinking that Yanagawa's men were only going there to rough him up a bit. Ever since, Crawford was angry at himself and wanted revenge against Rogue and everyone else involved in what he thought was his partner's death. However, Crawford begs Lone for forgiveness, but Lone denies him, coldly replying, "Tom Lone is dead. My name is Rogue." As Rogue takes out a gun to shoot Crawford, Goy takes aim at him. Crawford jumps in Goy's line of fire, and allowing Rogue the opportunity to shoot him in the back, killing him. The next day, Rogue, Lone later drives out of town to start a new life. Box office and critical reception. War opened on August 24, 2007 with $9,820,089 from 2,277 theaters, a $4,312 average. As of December 2007, the film grossed $22,466,994 in United States and $17,778,869 in foreign box offices, totaling $40,245,863 worldwide. DVD sales totaled $27,347,065. It received a 14% rating on the film rating aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes. In 2014, Time Out polled several film critics, directors, actors and stunt actors to list their top action films. War was listed at 99th place on this list. Cast: Jason Statham as FBI agent John Crawford, Jet Li as Rogue, Tom Lone, Terry Chen as Tom Lone, John Lone as Lee Chang, Matthew Street, Patrick as Wick, Sung Kang as Goy, Louis Guzman as Benny, Devon Aoki as Kira Yangawa, Ryo Shibashi as Shiro Yangawa, Mark Cheng as Wu Ti, Nicholas Elia as Daniel Crawford, Nadine Balathketh as Maria Chang, Kennedy Lauren Montano as Anna Chang, Steph Song as Diane Lone, Andrea Roth as Jenny Crawford, Angela Fong as Kabuki Dancer, Kane Kosugi as Temple Garden Warrior, Dario Delisio as Mahjong Player. Soundtrack. The soundtrack was composed by Brian Tyler. The additional music is by RZA, Mark Batson and Machines of Loving Grace. Spiked, 231. War opening titles, 505. Confession, 305. Rooftop Pursuit, 144. Whips, 214. Sword Fight, 516. RZA, Rogue Cleans Dahi's House, 215. Getting Started, Scene of the Crime, 251. Mark Batson, The Setup, Mr. Chang Sends Regards, 236. Shiro Comes to Town, 355. Bangkok Downtown, 218. This Isn't Japan, 216. Cop Hunting, Face to Face, 242. Mark Batson, Compliments of Mr. Chang, 036. Rogue's Revenge, 109. Showdown, 249. Plans for Retaliation, 400. Watching the Changes, 045. Shiro's Estate, 233. War End Credits, 531. Machines of Loving Grace, King, 404. War Opening Titles, 454. Production. War was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.